Hello, welcome to another edition of Batpony Reviews. Oh hey, there's my foot in the background. Hi foot. Today we are going to look at some stories. So the first story we are going to look at is A World of Matchsticks by Vedues? I don't know. So, A World of Matchsticks. Celestia has never used her full power, ever. But that might change because, not Cadence, Chrysalis wants to meet Celestia in the middle of nowhere, and Celestia thinks it's a trap, and she's right. And in this story, basically, Celestia gets her ass kicked, and then gets to flip the tables and kick way high amounts of ass, and it's really cool. It's bad-astria, as I call it, because it's Celestia being badass. So basically, if you want to read a story about Celestia being badass, you should read this story, because it's a really cool story about Celestia being badass. Clocks in at just over 4,000 words. That's A World of Matchsticks by Vedues. Vedues? I don't know. I'll have to ask. Alright, let's see what else we got to review. We've got... Wow, I completely don't remember that. Oh no, I do completely remember that. Okay, Infinitely Too Many Pinkie Pies by Pineta. This is a funny story. It talks about what the other side of the mirror pool might look like with all those Pinkie Pies and how you could fit them all somewhere. Mathematically speaking, it is possible to fit an infinite number of objects in a set if you do it a certain way. And so we see where all those Pinkies are hanging out. And it's pretty funny. It's got a good bit of math in it, but it's not like confusing for a lay person. So yeah, the Pinkie Pie's Guide to Infinity. That's what the chapter's called. 2,800 words. Infinitely Too Many Pinkie Pies by Pineta. It's good. It's fun. Alright, so Small Town Charm by Gardez. Ponyville is a crazy place, and so Twilight has to deal with these star spiders that are fucking everywhere, and it grates on her, and then she learns a lesson about them. So this is a slice of life comedy. There's not a ton of comedy. It's more on the slice of life side, but it's nice. Would I say it's one of Gardez's best stories? No. Would I say it's bad? Heck no. So read it if you want some nice slice of life that's just under 4,000 words. And yeah, Small Town Charm by Gardez. Haven't read that. Ah, okay. The Eye That Floats, Silent and Unblinking in Sunset Shimmer's Kitchen by Posh. Now, outside of the Australia series, this is the longest story I've read in some time. It's was actually not 33,000 words long because that includes the original. This was originally a write-off story where it got second place, and then Posh expanded it to over triple the original length. So it's like 25,000 words long about. But basically, Sunset Shimmer encounters a giant floating eye in her kitchen. But this isn't about that. This is really about Twilight and Sunset and what the relationship between each other means to each of them. Now, it's not shipping or anything, although we see Sci-Twi make a bunch of pretty funny passes at not Sci-Twi, regular Twi, Princess Twi. There we go. So this is it's funny. I think it drags on a little in the middle. Posh might have kind of overexpanded it, but it's certainly a very unique story that uses a giant floating eye to explore the relationship between various people. So, good story. I recommend it. The Eye That Floats, Silent and Unblinking in Sunset Shimmer's Kitchen. by Posh. Alright. Need to reread that one. Acts of Random Kindness. So, by MagnetBolt. So, MagnetBolt wrote the excellent Dark Art of the Dress, which I highly recommend. This one's a little earlier in their career. So, Fluttershy basically wakes up, and she's an Alicorn, and meanwhile, strange happenings are going on. This one's called A Comedy and Random. I would have tagged it more slice of life, but again, MagnetBolt's an excellent writer, and we see Fluttershy really spread her wings, so to speak, and be quite mature about this whole situation and really take a leadership role, which we don't see too often. So, yeah, this is a good story. It's close to 8,000 words long. It was an entry in Aragon's comedy contest. And, yeah, so if you want to read about Alicorn Fluttershy having to deal with a problem, you should read Acts of Random Kindness by MagnetBolt. Alright, let's do a few more, eh? Alright. Did I read this one? Didn't I just read it? Oh, yeah. Alright, What Do You Do with a Drunken Unicorn by Tumbleweed. The girls gather to have a few drinks. Silliness ensues. So this story's pretty short, just under 2,000 words long. If you want to see Twilight, Sparkle get drunk, and then random shenanigans, but not that many because it's pretty short, then you should read this story. If you're like, well, geez, isn't there more like deep exploration of the girls' psyches while they're drunk or anything? There's not really. It's just Twilight and friends getting drunk. So if you want to read that, you should read that. If that sounds boring, don't read it. But that's up to you, not me. I'm just the reviewer. So What Do You Do with a Drunken Unicorn by Tumbleweed. Alright. How did this one go? I don't remember. Okay, hold on. Time out. Oh, yeah. Okay. I remember it, but I don't remember it, so I'm going to reread that one. Alright. Calamity from the Skies by Posh. The end has come for Ponyville. Octavia frankly could not care less. So basically, Octavia, this is one of those stories where a character realizes the absurdity of their life and is like, fuck it. So Octavia just wants to drink her fucking tea while in the background the girls are battling this giant Sonata head, which is exactly what it sounds like, and it's really funny. So this is funny. And then we get Vinyl. For once, Vinyl's the straight mare. Well, not really. But you know what I mean. Oh, shut up, Brian. You're not funny. Okay, maybe I'm a little funny. So yeah, short story, just under 1,000 words. Now you may ask, how can that be? I'm guessing that originally, back when FimFiction counted quotation marks, it was over 1,000 words, and now it's not. But the world may never know. Calamity from the Skies by Posh. Alright. The eating habits of the genus Strix. So, Twilight and Spike observe Owlicious eating for the first time. Have you ever said to yourself, gee, I want to read a story about an owl eating a mouse? If the answer is yes, you should read this story. If the answer is no, you shouldn't read this story. It's short, random slice of life, just over 1,000 words. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. An owl eating something. Eating Habits of the Genus Strix by Posh. Alright, let's see if there's any others. Thought I reviewed that. Huh. The Tale of the Three Alicorn Sisters. So basically, these are the ones that I read and that I reviewed, and then the camera stopped. fucking camera. So, by Autumn Wind. This is basically a retelling of the opening. It's basically a retelling of the first 2 episodes, but 1,000 years in the future. So it's been all fableized. But, so Twilight's, mythologized now. But, whatever happened to Cadence? Who knows? She's just sort of left out. But, this is a good short, storybook-esque story about the events of the first 2 episodes of the series, just over 1,000 words long. The Tale of the 3 Alicorn Sisters by Autumn Wind. Alright. Wow, up to 10 minutes. It's a long review for me. A report on the declining standards of Twilight's fur. So basically, someone really likes licking Twilight, and her fur standards are declining or something. But this is a silly little story that you should read. It's fun. It's random. It's just over 1,000 words. And it's by sunnypack. Forgot to mention that earlier. So yeah, go read that. A report on the declining standards of Twilight's fur by sunnypack. Alright, we've got Trixie's Back Alley at Midnight's Firework Shop. So, basically, Trixie and Starlight sell fireworks in a back alley to various customers. It's fun to see who the customers are. This isn't a modern triumph of comedy, but it's pretty funny still. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It doesn't understay either. It's exactly 1,500 words long. And, yeah, good story about Trixie being Trixie and Starlight just being along for the ride. Trixie's Back Alley at Midnight Fireworks Shop by Alex _. Alright, shall we keep going? Let's see. That's the one I still don't remember. I need to read again. Well, if nothing else bites my attention. Ooh, that one we should save for next read. Alright, I think that's it. Man, I don't remember that story either. Alright, we're done. Have a great day, everyone.